It's a glorious day today. Look at it. Have a look. Really nice day. Beautiful day. Perfect for working on the caravan. Right, today I've started building this little table. It's upside down at the moment. That is for the 240 volt inverter from battery to 240. And it's also going to accommodate the solar charger, the main unit. So we're going to do that. But right now we're going to have a look at a few little things that I've done that I've never recorded. So we'll go around and see all the little things I've done, because I didn't think it was worth recording, but now that they're installed and finished, I'll just give you a quick look. So let's have a look at that. Alright, so I've actually got those door locks, you know, these door locks that you put on normal doors, and then you undo it and, you know, they go on a door and that goes into the ground, and then you pull that up. So I've got two of those, and I've put a bit of nylon spacer in there. So they're screwed in, that's bolted in from the inside there. You can see the bolt there. So anyway, I can actually lock that now. That's sealed and locked now, so I'm pretty happy with that. So there's one of the things that I've done behind the scenes. The aerial inlet, well, this is a 240 volt inlet, but you can actually unscrew, you can see, you can actually unscrew those, and I've bought an adapter with an F-type aerial. This is the aerial, so it's all sealed. You can see it's all sealed because these are waterproof. You can see the water will run down there. So now I just have to plug my aerial straight in, and that's done. So that's the aerial done for the TV. So I'll show you the inside there for that. Oh boy. So you can see the aerial is there. You can see it down in there. There's the aerial. Goes up there, up through there, and underneath there, and up to the TV. So I don't have to worry about a stupid aerial cable now. So that's done. I'm pretty happy with that. Right, the other thing I did, it was pretty cold this week and a little bit miserable, so I got this sort of cable stuff, and you know, the curtain rod with the hooks. So I've ran around and done all those. So you can see I've done that curtain rod there. I've done that curtain rod, that one there. I'll put one up the top here and one down the bottom, since it's on an angle. And there's the other curtain rod, one there. So there you go, I've done the curtain rod. So all I've got to do is, when it becomes a miserable day, I'll go get some block out material and punch holes in them and do the eyelets, and then just get them sewn up. Next mum will do, she's a really good sewer, so I'll owe her a favour. But she'll do the hemming for the curtains. I don't think we'll put a curtain here because this is a hot space. So we're not going to put a curtain there, because we've got that cover there is going to go on the front. So if we want to block out things, we can. So anyway, there we go. Rightio, so there's our 240 volt inverter. So there's the front of it. So you can turn it on here, and I have got a remote. There's the remote line there. So we've got two plugs, and the remote line, remotely we can turn it on here, and it tells you if there's a fault there. So that's the remote for that, and then this will go underneath. Right, so we'll carry on with, I'm going to carry on with the little table. I've sort of got a rough idea what I'm doing now. So it's actually worth recording to actually show what we're going to do. Alright, so we'll start doing this table bit now. Alright, before I get going, I'm gonna use this piece of wood for the bottom. So I just want to make sure this fits, because I've drawn a line there. That's our line we're going to cut. And then there we go. I'm just making sure that that unit fits on there. So that will go underneath the table, you'll see shortly. So I'm going to go cut this in the saw, and then mount it to the, we'll go mount that to the table. And we'll go fit the table after that. going to use these hinges on here, 3 drilled holes slightly. So I'm going to put those, set them in. So this will be the back, and that'll hinge that way. Right, so that'll hinge and screw onto the table like so. I'll just show you now. So that'll go like that, but down the bottom here. So then the solar controller will go there, and then I can pivot it, and when I want to work on it I just do that. So I can get at the wiring here. You'll see this shortly. Alright, let's go put this in the Caravan and have a look. Nicole's here. Hello.
Hello, what you doing?
Do you like the table?
What's it for?
This is for our food when we sit down and eat.
What do you mean?
Well, when we're inside, that's our table when we sit down.
What do you mean? This isn't something.
Well, you sit on that chair, and your plate will be there, and I'll have to squeeze my plate.
Going up? I thought we were going to buy something else that we talked about. Remember? It's already built, and you know, you're building crap.
Yeah. It's not. It's for the solar controller.
Ah!
It's for the solar controller and inverter.
Oh.
Because I don't think our plates will fit on there.
And yeah, because we like big plates. What do you mean? Where? Where's this?
Don't worry, I'll show you later.
The bed?
Under the bed, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right then.
Yeah, your head will be there, and this will catch fire, and then you'll be nice and warm. Okay.
And don't worry, you have to roll over my charcoal body to get out of the Caravan.
I won't have to.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
Yummy.
So anyway, I've decided. It's real funny. I've decided I'm going to paint this black because and we'll have that underneath, looking nice, so it matches the tops and the rest of it. So I'll go paint this.
It's going to be underneath the bed. No one's going to see it.
Yeah, but if it's black, it'll blend in with the darkness. We don't want a pine-looking thing that looks like someone added it in there.
I think we should put glowing red eyes, so when at night time it glows red, and then people think that there's a boogeyman underneath the bed.
Welcome to my world.
I thought that was a great idea.
I'm being silly.
No, that's a great idea.
Have you got something to do inside?
I've got plenty of things to do. I've been doing lots of cleaning. Because our son finally moved out of the house.
He did. He's
yes.
out. Number one's gone.
Yes.
All right, let me paint this black, and then we'll install it in the Caravan. Shut up. Sometimes I could smack you, Nicole. I could smack you.
I don't think so.
Alright, so the best way to spray your screws is screw them in a bit of cardboard and spray them. you go. So we've got matching screws so they don't look out of place. Alright, we'll wait for that to dry. Alright. We'll wait for that to dry and then we'll go ahead and fit it up. Actually, before we get going with that table, I need to make up a prop. I've started making up a prop for the bed. So we'll go get these. They should be dry now. So these are just 2 bits of wood. They're dry. Fairly dry anyway. I wanted them black so they don't blend in, stand out. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the shop here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll just put them up there. Right, so I've made these from these little brackets. And that's my first one, and I went, no, that's no good, I don't want that. So that's a bit of a muck up. So then, don't ask me how I bent it up, but I did it in the vise with the hammer. So what we're going to do is, we're going to first screw these on here, like that. Alright, let's go get this, let's go put the bed up now. But there we've got it there. So I'll zap this one in place. Probably the best spot to put you there. And that'll allow me to help work on the can actually work on the underneath the bed now with that lifted up. I'm going to put one there. I don't have to put 6 screws in, I don't think. Rightio. Now we got this one. Hopefully you can see. I think that needs to come back a little bit. I'm just going to lift it up with my, there we go. That's better. So I'll put that there. I think that's better there. I think that'll be the easiest way to lift the bed up and work on it. Because it's black, it doesn't really, you don't notice it as much now. Try and do this left-handed. All right, there you go. So I've got a light in there now. So this is going to go here, right there. So I'll get my screws. There's my screws here. Alright, I might be in the road, I don't know, but this should be able to see, I hope. I'm going to do this line down. Down. There we go. So we got 4 spots there, it's good solid now. So we're going to put the inverter on now. This is where the inverter's going. So the inverter will go right there. So that's the inverter there. So just make sure, get my ruler, and make sure this doesn't hit, which I don't think it will. Should go about there. I'm just going to knock it back a little bit, back to there. Actually, what we're going to have to do is drop the bed down and make sure it misses, because it could hit the back under there. So I'm going to drop the bed down. Just give me a minute. Put you back here. We've got to get under there. Okay, so that's how much clearance we've got. Doesn't hit at the back. We probably could sneak it up a bit. About there. I think that's good. About there. One there. One there. I'll do the other side. You won't see me do the other side, okay? Alright, we've got that in. Got the screws on that side. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the bed lifted up. Now we're going to put the solar controller down there. I'll go get the board. Alright guys, we've got that sitting on there. I'm just going to mount that now so it's horizontal and all the rest of it. So there's that. And we're not going to wire it up today. I'll just do that behind the scenes because it's a bit involved. Alright, so I'll get you under there now. And I hope like hell this fits properly. Okay. So the idea is we get it in here, we screw it to there. It's just going to sit there, and then when I work on it, it swings out, and I just got enough room to do that. So we've got a screw in here. there's our 4 screws. So this will come out like this. So now, sorry for this. So now I can actually get that and do the wiring. I can see that I can actually see the thing, and then it's just a matter of pushing it back, and that's in place. That's where it's staying. If I have to put a guard over that, I will, but I don't think I need to, because you've got this bracket here. The wood's actually sitting on the ground, so it can't really vibrate, and it's got a really good heat sink. On that. Alright, just drop them down. There's the braces there. So I'm pretty happy with those little braces. So there you go, you can see it misses there. I think when I put the cables on there, because this is all metal, I'll put a rubber boot on them. But anyway, there's the 12 volt 240 volt inverter. And I purposely put that down lower, because if I want to run 240 volt cable under there, I can run cabling in the top there. So if I actually put that right at the top, you can't really run any. You got to think about cooling and cables as well. I'm very happy with that setup. Painting it all black too. That sort of hides it all and makes it look neat. There we go. So we got that in. All right. Okay. All right, I've taken the that was a bit of an effort. Right, so we've got battery there, solar panel there. So I've done that. You can see there's a fuse there. Now I can push that back. The only thing I hate about this controller, it's got blade screwdrivers. I hate blade screws. I like Phillips head. Anyway, I'm going to plug in the remote now. And put that cover back on. The cover just goes back on with two little screws. Just goes back on like that. Alright, so the end result is, there's our, need a light on there, don't I? There's our inverter there, and we can actually turn it on and off there. There's our remote plug, which I will plug in. That's our earth, which will go to the main chassis of the Caravan. And we got 2 power points there, so you literally can have a power supply run here and work on your laptop or whatever. This is only for laptops. I don't want it to draw anything major. It's just an emergency sort of. Mainly for computing and that type of thing. I'm not going to run kettles or anything that draws a lot of power. So anyway, that's tucked in there nicely. I quite like that. Heaps of storage under here. If I have to put a guard over that, I will. I don't think I need to, but I can just look under there and see what's happening. I can see a light or whatever. I think it's all covered in nice. There you go. So the next bit is up to wiring up the isolator to that and to earth, and doing that controller there, which is this controller here. So all I got to do is plug it in at the back on that cable up there, and then whack that on, and that's done. But I've got to run the solar through to that isolator first. So that's all we've got left, is the solar to connect to there, and this, plug that straight on, and then we've literally got solar. So for those that haven't seen what I've done here, that's the battery isolator to the solar controller. So it goes from there down into there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, that goes to the controller for the battery, or battery isolation. Alright, I think we've done well today getting that main frame Getting that frame in there and everything in there today. Very happy with that. And the bed struts there. They don't look so bad either, do they? Painted black. They're not in the way. Alrighty, guys. Right, I'm probably going to work out curtain material later on behind the scenes. I think that's... I don't mean to rab it on, but I'm pretty happy with that design. That's not bad. Looks good. All the main smarts under there. Alright, guys. I'll catch you next time. Very happy with this result. Cheers, guys.